friends, and welcome back to my channel, A Quietly Frugal Life, where I talk about all things frugal as well as promoting quietness. Now you may hear my dog, Almond, in the background drinking water, so it's not a completely quiet life around here. So, what is my topic today? So, I think there's something that I can add to the frugal landscape around this old here YouTube. And that is just, let's give frugality a real good think. And let's really think about, our past, our present, our future, how, and now she's eating. Now Almond is eating. And I should shut the camera off so you don't hear the background noise. But this is my life, and these are real videos. I'm not in a production studio, so I'm not going to do that. But what I think I can bring to the frugal table, so to speak, is not just advice and tips, especially in this world that we're living in now, where frugality is going to be a necessity. If it's not already, it's going to be a necessity, because we're getting gouged everywhere, and most of us are having a hard time keeping up. So if that's you, I get it. I've been there. My husband and I are debt and mortgage free. We decided to buy this little bitty fixer-upper in the country, and have a very low mortgage so that we could save and pay it off. We were able to pay it off in half the time. I have had a job outside the home for most of my adult life. It's only been in the past like 8 to 10 years where I have decided to stay home. And that was because when your kids are little, it's a lot more time consuming because they need you to do more things for them, like cook for them and bathe them and read to them and all those things. But when they get to be in middle school and high school, they need you in a different way. They need help with homework that oftentimes you don't understand. They need help with, friend issues, and you need to supervise them even more than you did when they were little, if that's possible, and in different ways. So Mark and I chose for me to go ahead and stay home. So now I have the option of going back to work. However, I live in America, and as you know, health insurance is ridiculously expensive. It would be about at least $1,000 for me a month. So I have to consider that. Would I find a job that would pay for my health insurance as well as my gas? I drive a Jeep, and the Jeep doesn't get great gas mileage. To drive from here to the nearest town, which is Corpus Christi, just to the very beginning of the town, takes about $5 in gas. Well, two ways, but still. So if I were to work in North Corpus Christi, that would cost me $20 a week or $80 a month. So we're at $1,080. That's not including work clothes or uniform. And I just don't know that I could get a job. I do have a degree. I have had professional jobs, professional careers, and that is most likely what I would look for. But there's no guarantee that I would get that job in North Corpus Christi. And now Red is whining at our door, and I'm going to go let him out. Excuse me. So that segues nicely into my first video about frugal luxuries of 2024. And that would be time. The most expensive frugal luxury that you have is time. So if I had worked for the past 10 years, now things didn't completely work out, have not. That's red. He needs a nebulizer treatment. Things have not completely worked out with Preston, as you know. I don't know what I could have done differently there. You know, I talk to God about it. I pray about it. But I still think I made the right decision in staying home. I was able to do that because of the house that we bought and the condition that we bought it in. And also where we bought the house had low property taxes at the time. Getting back to the last 10 years, I could have worked and we would have more money in savings, definitely. But there's a lot of things we would have missed out on. When both parents are working, oftentimes you're not really able to take a vacation. Well, you can't always, coordinate your vacations together. But we were able to take some really nice vacations. We had to stay locally in Texas so that we didn't fly. But we were able to take a waterfalls vacation. We were able to take a theme park vacation. We've taken camping vacations in like the beautiful pine tree areas in Texas, specifically East Texas. Those are really nice for pine trees. So those are memories. Those are our memories that we made, and all those albums right there are and some that you can't see up there are full of those memories. It's the most expensive frugal luxury that God has given us. Is time. You can apply that to a lot of the frugal tips that you see on a lot of frugal channels. They often will tell you to make a budget. Sitting down and making a budget takes time. They will tell you to make lists and plan. That takes time. Cooking meals at home takes time. Everything takes time. Your only currency, earthside, is time. So that is really the first thing that I want to talk about. So there's luxuries that I have in my house, like running water and a toilet, a bed, lighting and electricity, central heat and air, a door that locks, two doors that lock. I could go on and on, with the material blessings that God has given us. So what you have bought with your time are memories. And, I've struggled with mental health the past 3 years because I haven't had the best coping strategies in place. As most of you will know, some of you may not, some of you are new, and if you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I would love it if you would stick around, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like this video. But as most of you will know, my husband was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and then COVID hit, and then in February, the company that he was working for just closed up shop. It was totally unexpected. He went to work and he was told, you have 2 weeks, and then during the course of that day, he was told, this is your last day, and then by 10 a.m. he was told to go home. So the job was gone, and then COVID hit, and we all had to stay home. And then he had open heart surgery, and I was there all alone with him. No family was able to be with me because of COVID restrictions. And then both the kids graduated. Preston graduated from high school, and Kate graduated from college, or some of you call it university. And then Preston did what he did, and so I have just been reeling. I've just been absolutely reeling. So sometimes mental health can really just knock you down. You can just wind up in your bed for days trying to survive. Just trying to survive. Just, telling yourself I have to make it till tomorrow. So I'm not talking about those times of absolute stress and trauma and grief. I'm talking about normal times. You can decide to make the moment happy, or you can decide to make it unhappy. And this is something I'm having to learn. And Almond is eating her food again. Apparently, she didn't eat it all. Yes, you use your most frugal luxury time to buy the most expensive item that you will ever have, and those are memories. And you can either choose to make them happy, or you can choose to make them miserable. And while sometimes you are going through a terrible time in your life, and at those times you need to give yourself grace, and other people need to give you grace. Hopefully you're not going through those times, consistently, constantly. But yeah, we need to think about the memories that we are creating for ourselves and others. Now, this is something in the past 4 to 5 years, that I have really struggled with personally. I mean, I have experience with this, because when your husband in his late 40s he goes from healthy to being told he has a murmur and congestive heart failure. That's kind of a big blow. That's a big deal. It's a big thing. I didn't deal with everything the way I should have. I should have gotten counseling. I should have been in counseling for the last 5 years. Some people will disagree. I don't want to go to a counselor that's going to tell me to, Red, no. No. Do you want in my lap? I don't want to go to a counselor who's going to tell me, Almond's down here, but you can't see her, that all my family's narcissistic and that I need to go no contact. I don't want to go to a counselor that's going to tell me things that are against my biblical principles. Let me bring you in closer. And when Preston did what he did, I sought out counseling. But because of my insurance, I couldn't pay a whole lot, so I was trying to get counseling from a Christian nonprofit, but they were not able to help me, and so I still haven't gotten counseling for that. But I think counseling would benefit me. So I haven't handled the last 5 years in the way that I should have, and I've created bad memories for myself, and I've created bad memories for those people that I love the most in my life. And I'm just going to have to make amends, say I'm sorry, and it's not like I threw plates against the wall or, you know, beat anybody up, but I've spent too much time crying. I've spent too much time grieving. Maybe not too much time. I don't know what you think about that, but I'm ready now to take the advice that I'm trying to give you. So we'll do this together. And that is, purchase your memories. Purchase the good ones. Just purchase the good memories. Right, Red? Yeah. Like, this is a good memory. And this is a worthwhile thing to do. My daughter brought Red home from the clinic that she worked at because his owner, he had a mom and she passed away from cancer, and this little dude needed a home, and we were able to provide one because Max and Sandy, as you know, crossed over the Rainbow Bridge the same year, last year this time. Sandy passed away in January and Max passed away in June. So I said yes. Kate said, can I bring Red home? And I just said yes. I hadn't even seen him yet, but I just told her yes. And so I'm very glad we did, because he's a wonderful old soldier. Yes, you are. You're a wonderful old general, aren't you? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I know some of y'all are really disgusted because I'm letting the dog lick my chin. But you notice I'm not letting him lick my lips. And I can always go disinfect my chin later. That is what you can expect from my frugal videos. I might go ahead and throw in a how-to and a budgeting video, or, practical frugal tips. But I think what I can bring to the frugal table, like I was saying, is a bit of metaphysical, a bit of esoteric, a bit of cerebral content for you to consider, along with the practical aspects of frugality. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. And yep, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you. And I would also like to talk to you. I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, Red. In the comments about what you guys think about what I've just been talking about. My lungs, you guys. Say a prayer for me, please, because my lungs have not been the same since last February. It's the great sickness of last February. But we're going to go ahead and close out the video now. And, I'll see you in my next video, friends. Bye. My turn. My turn. You're such a good boy. I love you. Bye. Bye.